everyone, I'm doing March Face of the Month. It's kind of a get ready with me today, and I'm also going to add March favorites. I set myself up a little bit different today. I have my makeup mirror on my left, your right, and another mirror over here, and put my camera a little further away. Brought some things with me today, and I'm going to start with some lip balm. I'm using the Nivea Moisture, and just start with a little bit of that. I'm still having allergies in the winter, and found out it's because there was some mold in my house. Luckily it was only common mold, not toxic mold, but I'm highly allergic to it, and there isn't even that much in the air, but it'll just make me sneeze and give me the red eyes. And yesterday I had water coming out of my eye, makeup wouldn't stay on. It's terrible, but I'm dealing with it. So anyway, I'm going to start today with this L'Oreal Perfecting Base. I'm just using a little bit of it. I don't know that I'm all that sold on it, but I have enough big pores going on that around my nose and in here that it's not a bit, and even up into here. So I just put a little tiny bit on. And today I'm going to do a corrector and a concealer. I'm going to use Pixie's, I guess Pixie from Target. This is, it's a peach corrector or concealer, but I'm using it as a corrector. And I'm going to actually use the Sonia Kashuk concealer brush. And I'll try not to turn my head too much. But my mirror on my left is a magnification, and it has lights. So I'm just gonna dab some on to some of these places where I just have some redness. It's a thick corrector concealer. I'm gonna bring it up in here a little bit. You still see some leftover sunscreen from earlier this morning. And then I'm just going to use my finger to blend it in. And every time I hit the table with my elbows, it makes the mirrors jump. Okay. And then on top of that, I did buy a new Emlyn under eye cover cream. So this is my favorite. It only comes in one color, unfortunately, but it goes on so nicely. Actually, I'll use the other finger. And I'm going to blend that down because I have redness. I have a little bit of rosacea in here, and my nose gets red. When I was 17, we were at a cousin's house, and they had a big pond in back, and it was frozen in the winter, and we all went skating, and I came inside, and my nose was just bright red, which would happen when I would go outside. And I said to my dad, look at my nose. It's just so red. And he said, when they were passing out noses, you thought they said roses, and you asked for a big red one. Cracked me up. Luckily, he didn't say that to me when I was 14. He waited till I was 17. All right, now a new makeup to me that's going to become a favorite is this Makeup Forever HD foundation. I thought it was called Invisible. I'll have to double check that online. But I went to Sephora, we did a color check. This little contraption they have that checks for color said that I should wear 118, but we thought 115 looked better on me. It's just lighter, and I've been going with a lighter foundation lately. I've been liking that on me, and then using bronzer and blush to make the color a little better. And I'm going to use, this is actually an e.l.f. brush. I call it a stippling brush, And I'm putting a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to stipple it on first. This is kind of a medium coverage, so I'm stippling it on, and then I'll brush it around. It gives a nice medium coverage. And then this is the Expert Face Brush. I'll just use that to get into the corners of my eyes, around the nose, and this is one of the few e.l.f. brushes I like. Okay. Now, what I've still been doing is a little bit of highlighting and a little bit of contouring. So I'm taking, the label's wearing off. This is a Sonia Kashuk contouring stick. Just going to put a little under my lip and a little bit down the sides of my nose. Alright, and actually I usually do highlighter first, but I forgot. Then I'm taking this Echo Tools brush. This one is flat too, stippling brush, but it's much more dense and soft. And I might blend it even more later, but I'll do some now. Sometimes I just use the side of the brush. Okay. And then for highlighting, I'm using, this is a Maybelline highlighter. The label's wearing off of that too. So I think this is one of the 2 lighter colors. And of course, below the video, if you click Show More, I'll have links to all the products I'm using. So here, because I now have, the allergies have made the circle under my eye much more defined, so I don't want to draw attention to that. So as I'm making this V, I'm trying to avoid that area. And I'm going to go around my nose. Let's see what I'm doing here. So I have 2 mirrors. And down the center of my nose. And do a little thing up here at the top. Then, I love the little lines here, and I have, these are called marionette lines, but the lines around here, I call those Raggedy Ann lines, because if you look at a Raggedy Ann doll, that's where she has her little smile lines around her mouth. That was my favorite doll when I was a child. Alright, and now I just pat this in a little bit before I brush it in. And I need Kleenex. Alright, now I'm going to take this brush again and just blend it. I'll still look scary light afterward. That's okay. All this stuff will get blended. Alright. Now, a little out of my element. I haven't talked about this yet, but I have the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder, and some of you might laugh at me, but because I'm so terrible with loose powder, I know it comes with this little thing, and most people just toss the little puff away, but watch what I'm going to do. So, I'm going to take it out. I'm going to put the lid back on because the thing has some little, that's one thing about this jar, it doesn't, okay, I'm going to shake it over. And I'm going to do the unthinkable and I'm going to use the powder puff. I get a whole lot less mess when I do this, and I'm just going to put it around my face first instead of dipping the brush in here or dipping the brush into the cap. I've dipped the brush into the cap and half of the product lands on my lap. And I don't want to inhale and start coughing. Alright. Loose powder. Okay, and I'm taking a big fluffy brush by Real Techniques. And just brushing that in. Well, there's a little bit of a mess down here. Alright. What are you going to do? Alright, so now I'm ready for some bronzer. I brought a couple out. I think I'll use the Pixie. There's two colors in the Pixie line of bronzer, and this is the lighter of the two. It has a lot of fallout though. And I'm going to be using two different brushes. One is a small, actually this is just a travel brush. A lot of fallout. And I'm just going to put some down here. And I'm going to look a little bit scary for a minute. And some down here where I have turkey gel or whatever that is. And I'll put a little bit up in here, which is into the temple area. And then I'm going to use this wispy brush. This is from Ulta. And just take a little bit. Oh my gosh, the fallout in this is so much. That's the one thing about the Pixie bronzer. And I'm just going to lightly do some in here. So that I'm not so pasty white. Maybe pick up some more of that fallouty. Alright, and that's it. Okie dokie. That's it for the bronzer. So now I'm on to blush. I'm going to double blush today. So I'm going to start with this L blush that I talked about, and this is what I got from, it's on sale at Kohl's for half off. They're not going to restock it afterwards. So this is one called, they just called it 03 is the color. And it's toward a coral, but dusty coral? I don't know. And after this, I'm going to do some blending. It's hard to tell what I'm doing in all these mirrors. Now I'm going back to this Echo Tools brush. Don't want to forget that I did these down here and these up here. To smooth out some of this intensity. Okay, now I'm ready for another blush, and these days they're showing some really bright blushes out there, both in pinks and in corals, so I'm going to use this one. This is from a Tarte collection with the blush in the middle. Sort of a light coral, and I'm just going to put a little bit on. It might actually look like a lot. I can't tell what the camera's looking at. Alright. Okay. So now, what I'm going to do, let me double check. I think I have powder. So I have just a little bit of Paula's Choice powder here, and I'm just going to lightly dust a little bit over all that. And then as my last thing, hard to tell if I have too much on. If I have too much on, I'm going to, later, I'll use this to tone it down. So as my last little thing, and I've shown this before too, also from Kohl's, Elle has this eyeshadow, and it's just a white, shiny, I thought it would make a good highlighter. And I'm going to take this very small brush, and I'm just going to put a little bit up here, just the top of my cheekbone, and I'll put a little bit here. And that's it for that, and maybe give it one more. There. Alright. Now I'm on to my eyes, and I'm the person who does her eyes backward from everybody else. I start with eyeliner, and I've tried it the way that the others do it, where they do the eyeliner last, and the eyeliner just looks goofy on me. I need eyeliner, and then I need it softened with these blonde eyelashes. Anyway, so recently I've been looking for a dark brown, because the dark brown eye pencil I have is down to this big. And I was at a place, I guess you would call it a shopping outlet mall near us. And there's a place that sells Lancome at a slight discount. So I got this ginormous, this should last me till I'm like 80 years old. Regular kohl pencil, and it's in black coffee, dark brown, love it. So I'm actually going to line. I have to use a really, actually, I have to use my 10x mirror. 10 times magnification. And I just want to put it on kind of light. It's hard to do it with the camera on. I feel like people are watching me, but that's okay. And I'm not nearly as skilled. This is a lot of women are. And this is the one thing yesterday with my left eye. If you have allergies and you have water coming up, it won't hold any makeup at the corner. Maybe I'll put music on in the background when I edit this. And as my close-up vision gets worse and worse, it's just harder. Okay. And then next I'm going to soften these lines with some eyeshadow. A couple different colors. So, I haven't really decided. I brought some things out with me that are kind of taupey, including the Tarte. So, Tarte Cargo. Okay. So, I'm going to do powder over this liner, and the outer corner I'm going to do in a dark brown, because that's the color that I just did. So, in this Tarte collection that came from Tarteist, this is dark brown, so I'll go over part of it with that, and then this taupe that's not shiny, I'll go over the rest of it. So yeah, I'm using two colors. So I'll start with the dark brown, and I'm just going to go over the outer corner and the other one. At this angle, I don't know what you can see. That's okay. And my eyes should be looking much more intense by now. And then I'll use the taupe, it's a matte, and just dab it on in here, just to soften some of that line. And under. Alright. By the way, after I do my makeup and then I'm on to lips, I'm going to do multi-lip, because I'm just amazed at the number of women who look gorgeous in bright color lipsticks. And I'm not sure I do anymore. I think I look like a clown. I see women wearing red, women in their 40s, and they just look gorgeous. I don't know if that works for me anymore. Okay, so that's that. And next I do mascara. And the last time I did Face of the Month, I turned off the camera at this point, or I just skipped ahead. So I think what I'm going to do here is fast forward through the mascara, because it takes my eyelashes, my little blonde eyelashes, so long to get mascara. So hang on to your hats, here we go, fast forward. Alright, and I used Lancome Definicils. This is one of those that came in a free gift. Alright, now I'm ready for eyeshadow. This, at least, doing it in this order helps me to see how intense my eye looks. Because if I do eyeshadow and it's way too intense and then put everything else on. Anyway. It just helps me. So I brought a few things with me. I recently bought this MAC eyeshadow, and this is in, oh gosh, I gotta tell you what color it is. I found it online in a different kind of pack. It's a taupey color, and it's called Fashion Fix. So, and I also brought my cargo. This is my cargo. These are cool looking. They should be. They're pricey. And then the Tarte. So I think I'm going to start with the Tarte, and the Tarte has this pink. This is a matte, and then this one is a creamy, but it's shimmery. And then this one on your right is a shimmery taupe, and then this is the matte taupe, and then the brown and purple. But I might play with some of this matte taupe. I might skip the cargo today. Alright, so I got a bunch of, this is the brush that came with this Tarte palette. So I'm going to put the pink in the inner corner. I don't know that I'm in so much of a pink mood today. Although I'm wearing, I don't know if you can see my shirt. Oh, it has powder on it. Surprise, surprise. This is a shirt I got at the Beverly Hills Hotel. I was such a tourist. I didn't stay there. I just was there with a friend. Oh, I love that place. Alright, and then I think I'm going to put this shiny one, this shiny cream. I need to cover the mirror. This one on the lid. And I'll use this Echo Tools. Let's see. The center part. How about the center part of the lid? Let's just do a lot of different things today, just to be different. I've done this before. It's kind of like Face of the Month. Okay. And then I'm going to use a smaller brush. This is just some no-name, I don't know, no-name brush. It's easy to use though. And I'm actually going to use the shiny taupe and just pat on the outer corner of the eye. Not really the V, but just over here. Because on the V and on the crease, I don't want shiny. Shiny is not my friend. Okay. So now I am going to go into this matte color. MAC Fashion Fix. And I have this Ulta brush, and this is a crease brush. Can you see that? It's rounded, it's soft, and it's thick. Really nice brush. Okay. Let's see what we're going to do here. In a different room with different lighting. I don't have my face planted right in front of my magnification mirror. It's just a little harder to do. Okay, is that coming together? Okay, it's really in. Well, my camera just stopped recording. Luckily it made a little sound and I thought maybe the battery had died, but I just changed the battery out. So I walked around and it was still on, it just decided to stop working. So hopefully it doesn't have a little light on this side, which really bugs me. Okay, so that's looking like I should, you know, be on stage right now. That's how intense this is. So I'm going to take a blending brush. This is an old blending brush that I've had from Ulta. It's really soft and it's not too stiff. So I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. Let's see. Oh, and I'm getting some fallout on my cheek. Oh, that's okay. Because I have my Real Techniques brush to go like that. Alright. Okay, so now I might want to go back with a few colors. So I'm going to go back with the light pink again to just clean up some of this. And go over again with some of this. And with this one again. I can't tell if that's staying where I put it. Is it? I don't know. I'm too far away to be able to tell. And then blend. Is it too much? I don't know. Depends on where I'm going today, right? Alright, now for my thin eyebrows that I have not had re-tattooed, I'm using this tiny little Japanesque brush. And I've listed before, this is a Lancome Color. It's a charcoal. I don't think they make it anymore. They make something similar. And I always dab it on a tissue and just go in a little bit. And take a little bit more. It's hard to see what I'm doing. Turned. Okay. And I'm having a pretty good time doing a light touch, doing it this way. So a lot of the days I don't even need the little spoolie. Alright, I am seeing a little bit of fallout in here. Alright, so that's the face. Now let's try some things with lips. And I'm almost scared to do it, but I'll do it anyway after I put a couple things away. So I'm first going to do a lip that is very similar to what I've been doing all month. It's almost spring, except you wouldn't know it by outside. But something lighter. So let's get started. So I still have powder on this stuff. Alright, so I normally start with some kind of light color, and I'll actually finish with that. But I have a Smashbox color here that I'll link to below. Let me get some of my lip balm off. And it's a nice springy color and kind of coral. And then I would put some kind of gloss on top, like this Smashbox. This is what they now call a Lume. It's actually just a gold. Doesn't have much color to it, but the other one I like a lot is this one. Sorry, I gotta put on that. This is the one they call Pink Lady. Yes, it is. There's nothing pink about it. I don't know why they call it that. This is the color that used to be like the old Lume. Okay. And I'll wear this over a lot of different colors. Okay, so that's one color I might go with. Or another one I'm liking is this L'Oreal, this Ferris Nude. This is really nice. And let's see, I'll put it on the back of my hand so you can see Ferris Nude compared to the Smashbox that I just did. So here they are in the back of my hand. Ferris Nude on your right and Smashbox on your left. And Ferris Nude is really light. It's a true nude color. So when I can either leave it like this or put the Smashbox gloss over it to give it a little something. Or I could do a darker gloss over that. So that's a nice color. And a light nude color. Okay. Another light color that has a lot of balm is the Flower line. This is Drew Barrymore's line that they sell at Walmart. And this is her lip butter. So this has the most balm in it. And I'll link below to what color this is because I don't remember. If I put it next to the other three, it's over here. You see, it's just got a little bit more pink. Yeah, lip butter. Really nice for spring. Comes like this. So that's really pretty. Now another one I brought with me is this is a Lancome. I'll have to see if they still sell this. This is one that has a lot of balm in it, and this is called Color Fever Shine Old Flame. They tend to make these and then not make them. Actually, I need to get that, so we're going to pause the video. Alright, stop for a phone call. So that was the Lancome. Now what I want to do are some more intense. So one color that I'm so sad that Lancome stopped making this, but they did. This is one that came in one of the free gifts. It's called Vision, and it's purple, but it's not really thick. It's got a little bit of translucency to it, and without seeming to be goth, now looking at myself it is. Then I'll take this really light pink Smashbox and put that on top. I don't know, it's a look I like, but I'm running out of this, and they don't make it anymore. They make another purple, and I bought it, I don't really like it. So that's purple with a really light pink on top to tone it down. Now, what I want to look at, okay, I'm getting all the color off, is, and I'm going to take the color off the back of my hand, is red. So here's a red I wore years ago. It's a L'Oreal. I don't know. I used to wear this. I don't know. Is it, oh gosh. Is it too much? Or could it be, I just think I'm too old to wear it. I don't know. Or is it too clown? Or if I put on my light color, I don't know if I like it better. It just makes it bright pink. I don't know. The days of red lipstick for me might be over, or it might depend on, I don't know. I'll have to see myself in the video and imagine if I was dressed up, not wearing a long sleeve t-shirt. Alright, this one's coming off. So, a couple other, is it all coming off? Sorta. Alright, I have some Vaseline to take more off. A couple more colors. Now here's another red one that I also wore years ago. This is also L'Oreal. I'll have to even see if they make these colors anymore. Red Rhapsody. I don't know. It might just be too intense for me. I don't know. Or maybe I'm not used to it. But like I said earlier, I see these women in their 20s, 30s, and 40s wearing red lipstick, and it looks fabulous. Now here's a color that I wore for years, and I still have more. It's called Raisin Rapture. This is also L'Oreal. Oh, I still have some red. It's going to bug me. Okay. Raisin Rapture. More of a fall-winter look, but still intense. And again, I don't know if the intense lip look is any good for me anymore. I'd rather go with an intense eye and play down the lips, but I guess I can put my light gloss over it again. That's maybe a little better. I don't know. It might not be for spring and summer, but it's a look. And then in my vast collection of lipsticks, I also have some, this one's called Tropical Coral. It looks like this. This is also Lancome. Okay. This is nice for spring. Let's see if I have any left over. Okay, I'm liking this. And I could put one of the glosses over. I don't know. I'm going to stay with this pink. Let's see what it looks like. I'm liking it for a light lip color. Alright. But for face of the day, I have a couple more left here. I have a Smashbox lip gloss that was a sample. I'll link to it below with the color because I don't remember what color this is. And then I have two MAC lipsticks that I tend to wear. Either this taupe, let's see, I cleaned off my hand. So as I show it to you, I'll put taupe on the left. It's definitely more of a brick. I would have called it brick. And then this other one that's called Faux, F-A-U-X, on the right. Okay. And I'm actually going to use the Faux. It does have kind of a nude color to it. It's not real intense. And then this is the Smashbox, this longer wear. It's more bright and pinky, but again, should be, well, technically it's spring, even though we had a snowstorm 2 days ago. All right, get it off my face. So that's face of the month. I wanted to share just a few favorites, a few other favorites for the month of March. So now that Downton Abbey is over for the season, apparently we're only going to have one more season. Dancing with the Stars is back. I like that show. I think what I like most about Dancing with the Stars is that it's about personal transformation. So whether the person coming on is an actor or a singer or an athlete or even a business person, it seems like they go through all of this personal transformation while they're there and while they're rehearsing and while they're trying to learn this dance. And I think that's my favorite part about the whole show. So I TiVo it and then I watch it sometime else. I don't even vote. I don't have time. And by the time I watch it, voting's over. So that's one of my favorites. Okay, one of my second favorites, all-time favorite is my morning smoothie. I know this looks kind of gross. Yes, that's green because I think there's spinach in here. But you don't taste the spinach. You just taste the fruit. And I'll link over here to maybe I'll put two links to 2 different videos for smoothie recipes that include greens. There's just so much nutrition in it. It's just so good. It's my breakfast in the morning. But on the other side of it, so if there's healthy over here and there's unhealthy over here, look what I discovered at Trader Joe's. This is one of their new cookies. It's crispy cookies, and they're filled with Belgian chocolate. They were in the section called New Products. There's chocolate in there. Oh, they're just so good. With a little bit of tea or some almond milk. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And then another favorite, I put this in another video from Emlyn. They sent me, with one of my orders, they sent me some of this replenishing body butter. And it's in their Edna line, which when I saw it, I thought, because usually in their Edna line, everything has all this scent to it, and it makes me gag. This has no scent, and look at it. It's the color of butter. It really is, and it feels like. Of course, I have lipstick on the back of my hand. That won't work. So, and I have really dry hands with this. I have the Swedish skin and the Greek eyebrows, Swedish knuckles that get really dry, and it's just lovely, and it smells like nothing. So that's a favorite. When I edit this, if you're not into seeing all the different kinds of lipsticks, hopefully I remembered to put in a link to skip to all the lipsticks. Oh, one more thing. Sorry. So if you subscribe to More Magazine, which, you know, if you're watching this video, you might, they have this Best Anti-Aging Beauty Tips booklet that they sent to subscribers for renewing their subscription. So I went through it, and there wasn't a whole lot that was all that, oh, what a great idea for people in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. Of course, I skipped the one for the 30s. And anything for hair I skipped, because I'm like, really? My hair doesn't look like that. So, you know, like this. Yeah, I love it if my hair looked like this, but it doesn't. So, I just... Alright, so they have here for your 50s, your best makeup for your 50s. So, one of the things they put in here is using an eyelash curler. Lashes don't just thin as your age. You got to use this. You got to use the eyelash curler. Well, you notice today I didn't use an eyelash curler, and that's because my lashes are so short and so little, And So Blonde, using an eyelash curl in the past, just didn't work for me. I didn't think that was great. I guess my comments on here are kind of the opposite of what they're saying. So here they say to use waterproof eye makeup in your 50s. I don't. All my makeup, everything I put on today, anything you see in any of my videos, none of it's waterproof. It comes right off with any cleanser that I use. So even when I wore contact lenses, which I did for years and years and years before I had LASIK to correct the distance vision, I didn't use waterproof makeup. I just didn't care for it. All right, another thing they suggest is bright cream blush. I found years ago I used some cream blush, but even in my 20s and 30s, my skin had some dryness to it, even if it didn't look dry here. And the cream blush would just stick to those dry spaces. And it was harder to put on than powder blush. I think powder blush is just easier to put on. So I disagree with them on that. And then number 8, they said use a creamy lip color plus a pencil, which is fine. But then they said top them off with a sheer bright creamy lip color. And I circled bright. If you watched and didn't skip through my whole lipstick thing here, I guess if it's sheer, like the Flower brand, in that butter, lip butter that they sell, that's kind of sheer, and I guess I could go bright there, but you notice I tend to tone it down with some kind of a lip gloss. So then they have 50s, your best skin. Alright, so use a cleanser, hydrate, yeah, I do that. Now in Protect, they have this Protect, which of course is sunscreen. And they said using formulas, they have a mineral block, usually contain zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. Now the ones that I use by Paula's Choice have zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. Titanium dioxide is better than avobenzone. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Titanium dioxide is better for sensitive skin. It's better for your face than the avobenzone. So always, when you pick up a sunscreen, to look at their ingredients and see how they're listed and what's the percentage in them too of the UVA and UVB blocking ingredients. The other thing they have down here is good skin, how to score it sooner. They have ideas, but they didn't necessarily say how to implement what they're suggesting. So they have something here called Shed the Dead Skin. But they didn't give really good examples. I would have liked better examples. I use a BHA 3 times a week, mostly because I have a little bit of rosacea and some blackheads in that, but I use it all over my whole face and use that as my exfoliator. I've been using an AHA during the morning, but I've been cutting that out recently because I've had some dryness in here, and toward the end of the day I've been looking in my makeup mirror at my foundation and I haven't liked how it's looked in here. So I'm skipping the AHA, the alpha hydroxy, for a while. I've also tried retinol and was using a retinol once a week, one night a week, and then for a month, and then added a second night, and then again with the dry. So, didn't like how I looked there, and let me see if there's anything else in this book. Oh, they talk here about getting rid of white spots. In the summer, I get them on the backs of my upper arms. And years ago, a dermatologist gave me a prescription for something, and it smelled like ammonia because there was ammonia in it. It stung, and it didn't work all that well. But through Paula's Choice, I found a body beta hydroxy that worked really well that I only use in the summer. After showering, after bathing, I just put a little bit on the backs of my arms, and in a few weeks the little white spots went away. So really love that stuff. She stopped making it for a while, and then she started making it for a while. So I'll find it. Hopefully she's still selling it, and I'll link to it below the video. And yeah, that was a really good product, and hopefully this summer I'll talk about that again. They talk about tanning foam and using some tanning foam on your face, which I'll start doing a little bit more this summer. And let's see, what else is in this book? Oh, this was interesting. It says, give yourself a scalp massage. And it says that people, I guess, you know, hairdressers and that, they notice that some people's scalps are looser and others are tighter, and the people who have the looser scalp have better hair. Who knew? So they said when you're shampooing, just massage your scalp a lot to get it looser, just to give your hair a better chance of growing in, more healthy and thicker. So that was interesting. I didn't know about that. So if you subscribe, go ahead and have them send you this. It wasn't earth-shattering. I've just today told you the things that stood out to me. So I hope you enjoyed Face of the Month, and I'm ready to put all my stuff away here. Thanks for watching.